How's it going, Farm Life family? I've got two very unique and special and amazing and neighbors.
Thank you.
Guests they've been here for a month. A lot of these guests for the month of May, they've all came in about the same day, and they've all been here together.
Yeah, a little May family.
Yeah, it's been kind of, definitely a May family. This has been unbelievable. Here we have Ronette and Ryan, and at first it was very different for us, right? Because these guys are poker players, and very good at it, you know. And we've never had anything like that before. Most people come here, you know, they want the peace and quiet. They're here to heal. They wanted all that too, but they also wanted to play poker. So tell us a little bit about that. Well, first of all, poker's illegal, isn't it, in the United States?
Yeah, so we face the dilemma of being poker players and wanting to play online poker a few times a year, and a lot of our friends will go to Canada or Mexico, go to a hotel or this or that, but we found the Farm of Life and we're like, what's better than to be in beautiful nature? They have good internet, like, let's go spend some time there. We can do our business, and then after the 2 weeks of poker are over, we'll have another week and a half to just be out in nature and explore Costa Rica because we love it here.
And over and above that, if you get knocked out of a tournament, like halfway through the day, you still have a variety of things to do around you. You can go hiking, you can go to waterfalls, you can just go meditate staring at the mountains. So it's not like you, as Ryan said, stuck in a hotel room or in Canada or anywhere where you might be a little bit more frustrated at being knocked out of a tournament than you would be if you're in this environment. So it's very conducive.
So if you're a vegan or a vegetarian or a raw foodist, and you're a poker player,
this is the place.
This is the place?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it really
This is the place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because our internet, like, if you guys remember, in the years past, our internet was poor. But in the last year and a half, we have good internet here on the farm.
Yeah.
And it went out only a couple times. The electricity is actually quite good here.
Yeah, and you just get a backup stick, and literally when it went out, except for one night when it was out for 5 hours, the other 3 times it was out for like a few minutes, so it's really not a big issue. You just come with your backup stick and you're good to go, and it's just well worth everything being in this environment whilst playing. It really is. It's just absolute zen mode. That's
amazing. So now, anybody who needs the internet now, if you're going to stay for a long period of time, you can do that here. If you have to do some business or run some things from here, it's totally doable.
Yeah.
And that's really good to know. It really opens up our business a little bit. So thanks you guys for taking a chance on us.
Yeah, totally.
Gambling.
Yeah, well,
A little bit of a gamble, and you can.
And on top of all that, I think just having the community feel, there's so much value in that. I mean, you really start forming close relationships with these people and learning a lot from Jody and Brian and the other workers here at the Farm of Life, and it's just such a vast array of people that and all seem to be pretty like-minded. So it's just good vibes, and as they say in Costa Rica, their national saying, it's pura vida.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. Yeah.
Pura vida.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to some deeper stuff.
Sure.
You know, these guys are great gamblers, and that's what they do. But now let's get into some cool being stuff.
Yeah.
You guys, it kind of fall into our laps about ayahuasca. You guys kind of overheard us talking about it, and you're like, oh my God, you know, to Ryan, you had said, you know, you'd always wanted to do it. It's something that you were really interested in doing. Mm-hmm. And we had talked about how, you know, it can open the experience, it can really change your perspective, it could possibly change your life. Mm-hmm. And just recently, a few nights ago, you guys had a beautiful ceremony with Vismai down the gravel road. Speak to that, please.
Yeah, well, I've always been interested in just expanding my horizons and learning as much as I can. I mean, as soon as I started this journey onto this health journey and learning about raw foods and just how you can heal yourself, it's just expanded my mind, and just using these medicines just does that even a little bit more. I feel like there's such a taboo on them in America, like it's a drug, it's illegal, yada yada.
It's bad.
It has no harmful effects, period, and it just helps you expand your consciousness and see different perspectives from outside of your head. We're all trapped in our minds, and like the act of mastering your mind, I feel like, is something that some people never even come close to doing, and that's something that I'm very interested in, is just figuring out how my mind works, how I work energetically, and how other people react to that. And yeah, I guess that's a little bit to say about that. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very deep, incredible experience. I feel the plant has a lot more work to do with Ryan and myself. We had an experience that was all, it was just a feeling of love and connectiveness, and the night was totally clear, and you could feel like you could just touch the stars. Everything was very, very close and colorful and beautiful. I feel everyone in this world should be having either mushrooms or ayahuasca and just medicinal plants, because those are the really healing things that surround us, and they're around us for a reason. And unfortunately, with the way Western society has been developed, people's view is totally skewed, where they think they can go to a pharmacy and get a pill and that will heal them, but they ignore the hundreds of side effects that they could get from the pill, some of them of which are actually death. And then you speak to some people about ayahuasca, and they're like, oh, it's a drug, oh, you're too old, what are you doing? And it's totally skewed. So, I mean, I'm just hoping over time people start really thinking for themselves and experience it, and then have an opinion. You know, go for it. It's 8-10 hours of your life. Yeah, you might come out and say, oh, no, that's not for me, I want to have the pills, in which case, at least you've tried.
Almost no one comes out that way, though.
Exactly.
Right.
Basically, no one comes out that way. You learn a lot, and yeah, just having an open mind is key. Like, look at it as an opportunity to grow, and if you have these stigmas attached, ask yourself why you have these stigmas attached. It's because of how we're brought up, how the light that's shed on these things by different people are not always the true light. You always have to find out things for yourself.
Yeah, discernment.
I just want to say one more thing. Like a perfect example for this is if you look at, and I don't want to get into total depth, it's not what we're here to speak about, but like the alcohol industry, how many negative things have come out of people who have been intoxicated, yet alcohol is accepted and encouraged. So why is that so? Why is that accepted and this is looked as frowned upon? This opens your consciousness. This is pure love. No one on ayahuasca will ever go harm anyone. And I'm sure I could give you a million stories of people who have literally harmed and killed and abused people whilst on alcohol. And, you know, and I'm sure people out there know people, you know, close by. So just start thinking for yourselves. Educate yourselves. Stop listening to the system.
There's a lot of contradictories out there, that's for sure. Now, let's go on to a whole new one that was just awesome, right?
Yeah.
You guys loved it here. I mean, this is like, you both, I mean, I've overheard, you know, you guys talking, you've been here 2 or 3 times?
This is my 3rd time in
This
Costa
is your 3rd
Rica.
time, Ryan, second.
Yeah.
And you both thought, well, you know, I would really, you'd love to be part of the community here, love to grow my own food, more sustainability, more off-gridness, things of that nature. And you've come here and you've enjoyed this experience, and then over you go, you do the ayahuasca with Vismai, and you're an Israeli, and Vismai is an Israeli who does the ayahuasca. Vismai has a farm and he's selling little plots of land, and you go over there and you have this amazing experience, right? And you decide that you're going to buy a plot of land and that you're going to live out your dream of community. So please, speak to this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like it's really a testament in my eyes that everything kind of happened for a reason. I mean, we came to the Farm of Life with no expectations to do any ayahuasca or to meet anyone. Like, we just came to play poker, basically, but it's all unfolded in front of us. Like, we've met some amazing people, some very knowledgeable people, and yeah, when we visited Vismai at Floristral, I'm not exactly sure.
I'm not sure the pronunciation yet either.
Anyway,
we gotta ask him.
It's a beautiful community overlooking the Diamante Valley and with a direct view of the Diamante waterfalls. And he's just starting a beautiful community of healers and just like-minded people who are all going to be living in harmony, helping each other grow food and helping each other raise each other's families. And I mean, in my eyes, that's the best way to live. When you have that support system, that web of people, you just have help. You have people to go to for advice. You have, with ayahuasca on the property, we'll always be able to stay clear and keep our minds open and keep the positive energy flowing and stay on a very high vibration. I mean,
and we're gonna
fantastic.
And we're also going to have incredible neighbors, because the Farm of Life, they're our neighbors, and we encourage so many of you to come here. If you're wanting to begin on your raw food journey, vegan journey, vegetarian journey, this is the great place to do it. They they bring you in, they show you how to do it. What's amazing about the Farm of Life, as opposed to other places, is they show you the way, and then it's up to you. And they want you to educate yourself on how to take care of yourself. So when you leave the Farm of Life, you're not at home, you're like, oh, sure, but now what do I do? You know, who's making my juice for me? Who's blending my smoothie? So that's an amazing thing that happens in this place. And just about being in this valley, the other day, Vishma's car was broken down. And long story short, we were trying to break into the car because we didn't have the keys. Within like 10 minutes, about 4 of the neighbors had come to help us. 3 cars had stopped, like...
All smiles.
Yeah, and everyone's just doing their... I mean, we didn't end up getting in the car, so what? But the fact is, everyone just wants to help. Everyone, there's a real sense of family and community here, and it's just been, you know, in the West, and especially, so I'm from South Africa, especially in Johannesburg, those of you who know, everyone lives in their house, behind their walls, with the electric fencing, with the guard outside, you know, and you kind of enjoy life going from mall to mall or from house to house, and here it's the complete opposite, and this is life. This is real life.
It's connection. For sure, right?
Yeah.
And welcome to the valley.
Thank you.
Neighbors.
Thank you.
Thanks, homie.
And Brian, thank you to you and Jody for creating this amazing space to allow us, who were ready on our path with regards to food, and other people who came here who had never eaten this way at all, and just giving us a space to do our thing, and to be as much a part of all the amazing activities you offer when we want to. And it's just amazing that Jody and Brian had this vision. And they literally put all their eggs in one basket, and they gambled. They call us gamblers, but they gambled.
You're right.
You know, and
she's right about that.
Yeah, it was tough at the beginning. I know that I heard that Jody at one point was here for 9 months on her own while Brian was working.
Yep.
I mean, that's love and passion and commitment. So if you know what these two went through to make this happen, you got to know that this is only pure love, and you just got to find a way to come here.
We're here to serve. We love you guys, and we love Ryan and Ronette, new neighbors to the valley.
Awesome.
See ya.
Treat yourselves and come to the Farm of Life.
100%.